Liberty itself will find in such a government, with powers properly distributed and adjusted, its surest guardian. There's a reason why power is distributed in this country, not just within the federal government, but between the state and federal governments as well. Liberty, the ability to live your life as you see fit, is protected by such separation. So when we see the executive branch being delegated and sometimes assuming powers not their own, your liberty is in danger. Even worse, when the states relinquish their power to the bribes and intimidations from Washington, D.C., liberty is not only in danger, but under direct attack. The alternate domination of one faction over another, sharpened by the spirit of revenge natural to party dissension, which in different ages and countries have perpetuated the most hard enormities, is itself a frightful despotism. But this leads at length to a more formal and permanent despotism. The disorders and miseries which result gradually incline the minds of men to seek security and repose in the absolute power of an individual, and sooner or later, the chief of some prevailing faction, more able or more fortunate than his competitors, turns this disposition to the purpose of his own elevation on the ruins of public liberty. The only thing worse than the states turning over control to a centralized government is for them to turn their power over to political parties. The spirit of revenge Washington talked about is alive and well and on full display, not only in Washington, D.C., but in many of our states and cities as well. And as he warned, more and more people are turning to the absolute power of an individual to restore order. But they will only find the ruins of our public liberty. It serves always to distract the public councils and to enfeeble the public administration. It agitates the community with ill-founded jealousies and false alarms, kindles the animosity of one part against another, foments occasionally riot and insurrection. It opens the door to foreign influence and corruption, which finds a facilitated access to the government itself through the channels of party passions. Thus, the policy and will of one country are subjected to the policy and will of another. This war between the political parties not only distracts those we hire to represent us, but in many cases makes it impossible for them to govern based on the Constitution to which they took an oath. It foments the animosity of groups, driving them toward more militant positions, which will one day lead us to riots and insurrection. If you search the news, you'll see several groups have already gone that far, and their political allies accuse their opponents of doing the same.